Hey! Is this not why you were here?
Welcome to the party, pal!
She keeps all her stuff.
All righty. Good afternoon, everybody. We're back with a midday dash. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 PC games, at least to me, from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Yes, 80s. You heard me correctly. We're going to be cheating a little bit. I'm cheating a little bit. I'm going to be throwing some Commodore 64 games in there, if you will. I think that counts as a PC. Maybe not. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do a separate one for Commodore 64 games and leave them out. But for now, we're going to be doing the top 10 PC games, 80s, 90s, 2000s. I know there are thousands and thousands of PC games, right? But these are my favorites. Some of I played. Some of I only played once. I'm not a big PC gamer. I enjoyed the consoles, NES, Sega, PlayStation, Xbox, all those. I like those better. But there is one game on here, though, that I will play PC forever and ever and ever and ever. So we'll bring that up here in just a minute. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Thursday afternoon. If you didn't know, we have a YouTube channel. So if you could go on over to YouTube, Dash Hooper, and do this for me, it would be great. We also have 2 channels. That's right, 2 channels up on Spotify. That's where we do our NFL Chalk Talk. Those will be updated weekly. And then we have our Dash of Reading. That'll be twice a month, where we'll have updates on that. It'll be monthly reviews as well as our monthly book review. So if you could go subscribe to Spotify, that'd be great. NFL Chalk Talk and Dash of Reading. That's my 2 channels on Spotify. We have Dash Hooper on YouTube. Just go in there, click on it, subscribe, watch a few videos. I'm trying to expand my audience. I want to become an author, as most of you know, if you follow any of my stuff on Facebook. I want to become an author, and I'm trying to expand my audience out to everybody that knows. That way I can sell more books. But I appreciate everybody that's out here today watching. If you could give us a thumbs up on the show, maybe hit a star, I would appreciate that as well. So without further ado, we're going to be bringing to the stage PC games. Some of these you may know, some of them you may have never heard of. We're going to talk about some of them here in just a minute. Up first, this is my cheat. I told you I'm cheating a little bit. I'm adding Commodore 64 into the list. But G.I. Joe, if you guys, again, if you followed me any at all on Facebook, you know that I'm a huge G.I. Joe fan. Coming in at number 10 is the G.I. Joe game from Epix from 1985. That's right. You could play as Duke, Scarlet, as you can see up there, Rakondo, Roblox, Spirit, Snake Eyes, some of your favorites. you're taking on Cobra Commander, Storm Shadow, Destro, Baroness. They had a lot of characters in there, and you're going around. But all of these games that I'm showing today, I'm not going into too much detail. Just talking about my top 10. I will go into depth more on some of these games later. But this was for the Commodore 64, and this is one I'm looking to find to put into my collection again. So if any of you guys are out there toy hunting, antique hunting, doing anything like that, please let me know if you run across this one. I would love to have it. But yeah, this was a great game. Commodore 64 had a ton of games. Coming in at number 9, TIE Fighter, Star Wars, TIE Fighter. In the vein of X-Wing, you're doing the same thing here. This was one of the best games that I've ever played. When I say best and favorite, two different things. Some of them hold sentimentality, some of them hold nostalgia for me. That's what you'll see when we get to number 1 here in a little bit. TIE Fighter, Star Wars, again, you're just going through fighting all the spaceships. I like air-to-air battle games, and this is no different than the original Star Wars. Obviously, better graphics. I still think this was voted one of the best games of all time. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, right? We started getting all these first-person shooters, if you will, around, Call of Duty, Doom. There's so many great games out there. But Rainbow Six, one of my favorite novels by Tom Clancy, gave us some great characters. This definitely hits the tops. It comes in at number 8. Again, if you want to go see, if you don't want to play these games or buy these games, you go onto YouTube, watch some of the long play videos to see how they play. Maybe you might change your mind on how you want to, if you want to purchase it or do that. But there's a lot of great gamers on YouTube that you can check out their channels, watch these long plays. They're pretty cool. Next up, if you've ever spent any time deployed overseas in the military and you were, you got to go sit in the computers for a while and things like that, Age of Empires 2 was uploaded onto every computer, nearly every computer, I promise you. And when you got some free time while you were deployed or things like that, people were playing this. It's turn-based. You're building. What I love about this, they had a lot of great campaigns for this. I know for Empires 2, you had the Robin Hood campaign. I think you had King Arthur campaign, but you're building cities still today. One of the ones that I still have uploaded on my computer that I play. If you, like I said, if you deployed it any at all, you probably played this game. Really enjoyed it. Give me a second. It was one of the best games, I hands down. Sorry, we had a little incident here. Up next, one thing you'll know about me is I love Dungeons and Dragons and Dragonlance. This is another Commodore 64. I cheated again. Dragonlance is no different. I love Dragonlance. It's one of the best expansions off of Dungeons and Dragons. The gameplay for this one is the War of the Lance. A little bit different. If you go back to my one of my television reviews that I did, my top 10 television games, Dungeons and Dragons, it plays similar to that. This one does. I loved it, but anything Dungeons and Dragons, I'm going to have on a game anywhere. Next up again is this one's Heroes of the Lance. Again, another PC game. This is where you're playing Karaman, Sturm, Tanis, Gold Moon. You get to play as the characters you're going through. This is more of a dungeon crawl video game. You're playing more with up close and personal. You're actually fighting some of the monsters from the thing. Just a beautiful game. It leads us to all the RPGs that we got later on in the 2000s, and what we're playing now. Some great RPG gaming here. I would love to see this as a live action movie someday. If you've never read the books are fantastic. Even playing the role playing game as well as an expansion pack. to the Dungeons and Dragons. Next up, Star Wars Dark Forces. I only played this once, but it was so fun. A first-person shooter, Doom style for the most part, if you will. It spawned books, and this is another one that I would love to see as a movie. So Dark Forces, fantastic game. Only played it once, but it's ranked so high as far as gameplay, and I think it beats Doom, in my opinion. But again, all these, like I said, you can see all of these on YouTube channels. Just search for the long plays. You'll get to see what the feel of the games are like, and I just sit there and watch them. I enjoy watching other people play sometimes. Next up, I don't think any PC or video game period would be complete without The Witcher. We got our very first Witcher game, 2007, BioWare 2007. Our first look at Geralt of Rivera. Henry Cavill brought him to life. Unfortunately, we lost Henry Cavill, but there is another season coming soon with one of the Hemsworth brothers. So we'll see how it goes. But I love this one. The original Witcher, and then Witcher 3. Witcher 2 was all right. Witcher 3 is probably the best, but it didn't come out until later in the 2010s. So when we do it the 2010s, obviously Witcher 3 will be on there. But I prefer to play Witcher 3 on the PlayStation than I do on the PC. Up next, we have Batman Arkham Asylum. You've got a lot of people probably played this on the PlayStation. My first go at Batman Arkham Asylum was on Windows, as you can see. Great gameplay, great graphics. If the next game that's coming up had never been invented, Batman Arkham Asylum would probably be my top game for PCs. It's beautiful. The gameplay is awesome. The characters, it's straight out of the comics. Like I said, most of you probably have played this on PS4, PS5, whatever it is now. But I love Batman. It's great gameplay, great storyline, and Batman is a BA in this one. Finally, my favorite game of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 complete. There was Heroes of Might and Magic, Heroes of Might and Magic 2. They've gone to 4, 5, 6, and I do believe 7. But Heroes complete. You got Shadows of Death, Restoration of Arathia, Armageddon's played some fantastic campaigns. If you like the campaigns, the turn-based play on this is so fun. The monster generators are fantastic. I play the castle. You have angels, zealots, monks, crossbowmen. You got everything. Knights, swordsmen. It's fantastic. I always play the castle because I'm a huge angel. I love angels. The mythology of angels is beautiful. The story of angels is beautiful. And this is a fantastic game. There's still people that play this today, just like me. You can go on YouTube. There's a great channel, Lexiov, Lexiav, Lexiov. He plays this all the time. There's a lot of there's been expansions to this. There's been new adaptations and new plugins that you can use for this that have brought more different castles, monsters, and there's people that build custom maps and custom campaigns that you can play. I think there was one that was 37 maps long. But man, they're fantastic. You can play online. You can play offline still. There's plenty of people, like I said, that play custom maps. I play some of the custom maps, and they're difficult, but they're fun. But this is still one I play even now. In fact, one of the games that I'm working, or my own home board game that I'm working on, is inspired by Heroes, as well as one of the books that I've been working on as well, inspired by Heroes. I just think it's a fantastic gameplay. The graphics are great, especially the cutaway scenes. Fantastic cutaway scenes, great characters. You can play, like I said, you can play as the castle, which is more religious based. There's the necropolis, which is all the undead. You've got the barbarians. You've got the lizard men, the swamp, if you will. Just some great, fantastic gameplay. The elves and the woodland fortress with the green dragons and the gold dragons. So many great monsters in this. So many great characters, and I still play it today. So that's just my quick breakdown on my top 10. Like I said, I know there's thousands of PC games. If yours didn't make the list, let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite games are. I'd love to hear it, or shoot me a message on Facebook. Love to hear what you have to say about it. But this is just my favorite. I didn't go into too much detail. Like I said, I'll break those down further in videos to come. Right now, we're just working on getting people to follow and things like that. Like I said, if you head on over to YouTube, would appreciate if you give us would really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Any support you can give, I would love it. And continue. Follow on Facebook if you'd like. Follow on YouTube. Follow on Spotify. Let us know how we're doing. Lorena and I are doing this as a joint venture. She's not on screen, if you will, but she does a lot of the graphics, a lot of the videos that you see, a lot of little clips that you see. She finds them for me, puts them together. So couldn't do it without Lorena. But again, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for coming out. And if I don't see you,
good morning. Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
All right, guys, have a great day. We will see you soon. We got lots of stuff coming up, so keep watching, keep liking, give us a thumbs up, give us a star on Facebook or a like on YouTube. It helps the algorithm, so I appreciate you guys. Have a good night.